This is News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Everything is political in 2020, and that includes the Postal Service. Today, the Postmaster General decided to wait on changes that some feared would hurt people's ability to vote in November.
Wisconsin Democratic Congressman Mark Pocan wants to make sure those changes don't happen anytime soon, even with the Postmaster's word. First at 6, we're starting with Maddie O'Neill, live outside Madison's main post office with what the congressman is pushing for. Maddie?
Representative Pocan says mail piling up and not getting to your house as quickly as you're used to is the main issue he's heard from constituents in his district in the past 3 weeks. Now, he says he thinks that President Donald Trump and the U.S. Postal Master are behind this, trying to cause chaos before the election. There were cuts to overtime, and mail sorting machines were marked for shutdown. Those changes won't happen now until at least November 4th, after the presidential election, to quote, avoid even the appearance of any impact on election mail, according to the postmaster. Now, that also means post office hours will stay the same, and those blue curbside boxes will stay for now. Pocan says it's a little too late. He's already seen problems here in Wisconsin.
When a veteran can't get their medication from the VA that's sent to them in the mail, that's bigger than just the chaos he's trying to create. When businesses that are already hurt because of COVID-19 can't get a package delivered in a timely manner and people don't buy from them, that's having a ripple effect.
Pocan says the House will vote on a bill on Saturday that would stop changes to the Postal Service, basically what the postmaster has said he will do, but in the form of a law, along with providing $25 billion specifically for the USPS. Now, as Pocan mentioned, he's been hearing from business owners impacted by this. We'll hear from one tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
All right, Maddie O'Neill live tonight. Maddie, thank you. In Wisconsin, among one of several states filing a federal lawsuit to challenge operational changes to the Postal Service. Attorney General Josh Call told News 3 Now earlier this afternoon the Postal Service cuts, including reducing or eliminating staff overtime, altering operations at state distribution centers, and removing critical mail sorting equipment, all threaten the timely delivery of everything from medical prescriptions to ballots. The lawsuit alleges the Postal Service implemented these changes unlawfully. As it was filed, the postmaster announced those changes, that they won't happen until after Election Day.
Developing tonight, the two teenagers accused in the shooting death of an 11-year-old girl in Madison last week are officially charged. 19-year-old Perion Carrion and 16-year-old Andre Brown are charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the death of Anissa Scott. The two appeared in court virtually today. The judge set bail for Carrion at more than $2.1 million for the homicide charge and additional other charges he's facing. Bail for Andre Brown, who was alleged to be the shooter, is set at $1.5 million. The little girl who died in that shooting lives on in a video we are seeing for the first time tonight. Anissa Scott delivers a message that sadly rings true years after it was filmed. Amanda Quintana spoke to the filmmaker, Anissa's stepfather, and has a look at the emotional video. Amanda?
Yes, well, on Saturday, Anissa's family will be here at Breese-Stevens Field celebrating her life after a unity march. Now, as they get ready for that funeral, they find a little bit of comfort in the fact that a video of her praying is being seen across the country.
I'm so scared. I just want to go outside and play, like a 7-year-old's supposed to do. I don't want to die.
Anissa's stepfather, Raphael Ragland, made this video in 2016. The family went to a reunion in Chicago that year, and Anissa, just 7 years old, heard about a fellow 7-year-old who was shot and killed. Anissa wanted to film her prayers for Chicago, hoping people would see it and would make a change.
These are the roles that she wanted to play. So it's just kind of like devastating today, like the same thing she was praying about. And I told her that wouldn't happen to her because of where she lived, happened to her where she lived.
Anissa continued to make videos with Raphael. 2 years ago, she portrayed an angel in one of his faith-based films. In another one, which has not been released, Anissa played a person who was shot and saw God while she was in a coma. In the film, she wakes up and is able to spread his message of love, but unfortunately, that is not real life. Right now, that video of her praying has had 30,000 views on Facebook in just the last few days since the news of her death. Now, her stepfather says that She wanted people to see that video, and unfortunately, her death is making more people see it and hopefully make a change.
Gives you chills. Amanda Quintana reporting tonight. Amanda, thank you.
Well, we turn now to weather. Clear skies, warm temperatures sticking around a bit. Let's get your first one forecast meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
We're in a very steady pattern, and that's going to continue on through the rest of the work week. Today turned out to be really nice outside and sunny. Doppler track is nice and quiet for our Tuesday, and that stretches through much of the Midwest. As we take a live look at downtown with our Edgewater Skycam, the water just shimmering. A few people out on boats, some paddleboarders out just a little bit ago. Temperature-wise, we're in the mid-70s with dew points in the low 50s. So if you have any evening plans outside, you are set. And the good news, if you have any evening plans for Thursday or Wednesday, Thursday or Friday, you'll also be set. Temperatures will be near 80 degrees for afternoon highs. We'll stay dry through the week with a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms developing on Saturday. We've pulled back a little bit on those rain chances. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead with the weekend in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. And President Trump visited Iowa today, assessing damage from last week's storm there. He promised to help rebuild Iowa. Governor Kim Reynolds asking for nearly $4 billion in federal aid. Not all of that has been approved.
Neighbors should be a lot broader than just who's next door, you know? If we could all just kind of broaden our sense of who our neighbor is and really fight for each other instead of against each other.
Neighbors are helping neighbors throughout Cedar Rapids today, even neighbors across state lines like Joel Meyer, a Wisconsin man, spending the week in east central Iowa helping clean up wreckage from the storm. He's contributing in any way necessary. Today, that meant cutting trees and clearing debris. Iowans that he's helped say they're incredibly grateful for volunteers like Meyer.
New at 6, a Prairie du Sac man has been charged with homicide by drunken driving in the death of a motorcyclist in Dane County. 22-year-old Gabriel Bear is accused of causing the death of 46-year-old Troy Bronk of Sun Prairie back on August 6th. He was hit while stopped at a traffic light in the town of Springfield. Bail was set at $5,000 today.
To our coronavirus headlines, 14 more people have died, putting Wisconsin's death toll at 1,059. There have been 53 additional hospitalizations in the state. That's more than double yesterday's amount. Today, health officials confirmed almost 650 new cases. 6.3% of new tests in the state came back positive today. That number down more than 1 percentage point from yesterday, but the 7-day average has seen a minor increase to 7.6%. Interim UW system president Tommy Thompson wants the governor to give the system a nearly $100 million boost in the next state biennial budget. Thompson announced that he plans to ask Governor Evers to increase state aid to the system by $95.7 million. The request comes as they deal with a 7-year freeze in in-state undergraduate tuition and budget reductions due to the pandemic. An untold number of employees will also be laid off over the next 2 years to help make ends meet.
There's a mix of names you'll both recognize and ones you may not on the list of DNC speakers tonight. It is day 2 of the mainly virtual convention. Amy Reed is live here with us now to show us what to expect.
The theme tonight is Leadership Matters, and we're expecting to hear from some of the party's previous leaders as well as some rising stars. Last night, the first chance to prove a virtual convention could work started off with this video introduction. We then watched some speakers like Senator Bernie Sanders and former First Lady Michelle Obama. Democrats also brought in the family of George Floyd to talk about racism in the country. Here's a bit of what his brother wanted to say.
George should be alive today. Breonna Taylor should be alive today. Ahmaud Arbery should be alive today. Eric Garner should be alive today. Stephon Clark, Tatiana Jefferson, Sandra Bland, they should all be alive today. So it's up to us to carry on the fight for justice.
After that, the pair led a moment of silence. Tonight, we're expected to hear from a progressive health care advocate, Addie Barkan. We're also set to hear from former presidents Bill Clinton and Jimmy Carter, as well as New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Dr. Jill Biden. That'll start at 8 o'clock here, but we'll let you know the highlights tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Today, Eric Trump made a stop in Milwaukee to speak at the Milwaukee Police Association. The group's president announced the association endorses President Trump for re-election, saying he is the, quote, absolute right person during this most difficult time to lead our great nation. During his visit, the president's son highlighted the Trump administration's support for law enforcement.
Still ahead at 6, new opportunities for COVID-19 testing in Dane and Grant counties. We'll tell you about it. Plus, we'll share a new way to keep an eye on the construction process for the new Beloit Snappers Stadium. Stay with us.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
What do you think of when you hear custom built in the USA? Superior quality? Skilled craftsmanship? Built to last? At Renewal by Anderson, our windows are custom built in the USA. That's something each and every one of us is proud of. We're proud of what we do, and we're proud of where we do it. Renewal by Anderson, the better way to a better window.
Rocket Drive Block? Rush a Pole Crush? Jam a Grand Slam? Drunk? Drunk? That'd be insane! Rollin' that? Rollin' this? Roll together? Drunk? That would be super insane. Hey, all you ladies and guys. Drive sober on the road. No matter how many wheels you roll.
As the weather gets warmer, get outside and see all the beauty Wisconsin has to offer. And let Meineke get you there safely. Make an appointment and save $20 on any oil change package. Prices starting as low as $14.99. Meineke Car Care Center is here to help.
Come in today for Rubens' annual leather event. Rubens has received generous discounts from all our fine leather suppliers. Natuzzi, American Leather, and many other manufacturers have allowed Rubens to give you up to 10% off on all leather furniture. Rubens' downtown store and Westside store have many pieces that are available for immediate delivery. Remember, all interior design services are complimentary. Stop into either Rubens today for our leather event.
Beloit Snappers fans who are curious about the progress on the new stadium there can now take a live look. Construction company Corporate Contractors, Inc. has installed an aerial camera. You can see the ballpark being built in real time. Updated images will appear online every 15 minutes throughout the day. You can go to snappersbaseball.com to check it out. For Packers fans who are upset they can't watch the first few games of the year from Lambeau Field, you can still visit the facility. The team offering short 15-minute tours of the stadium, starting at the Lambeau Field atrium, ending inside the Stadium Bowl. For photo ops, masks are required. Each tour group limited to just 10 people. Those tickets are $15.
Public Health Madison and Dane County is adding new COVID-19 testing sites. Today through August 20th, a pop-up testing site is available at the River Food Pantry on Madison's north side. Testing runs from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Public Health also opened a new South Madison community testing site at the Village on Park. That's open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for people ages 5 and up. In Grant County, a new testing site will be available at the Southwest Technical College's Safety Complex in Fenimore. That is open next week, Wednesday, August 26th, from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. You do not need to be a Grant County resident to be tested, and no appointment is necessary.
Still ahead at 6, there's a new incentive for anyone considering becoming a teacher. What UW-Madison is doing to encourage people to earn their education degree here and then stay here to teach in the state. And a clear and comfortable night followed by more sunshine the rest of the week. Meteorologist Dana Fulton with your First Warn forecast next.
This is the big one, folks. The Brothers Maine Everything's on Sale sale. Right now, you'll get everything from Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana with blowout savings, like a Maytag washer for $3.99 and a Maytag dryer for just $3.99. And you'll always get more from the More store, like our risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee. The Everything's on Sale sale, with more selection, more savings, and more satisfaction on everything. Now at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Over 120 in-stock Sylvania LED bulbs are 11% off at Menards. These LED bulbs use 85% less energy than 60-watt bulbs. Pick up a 4-pack for $4.89 after 11% rebate. Give a beautiful, rich color to your projects with Minwax Interior Wood Finish. Minwax is a penetrating stain that enhances all types of wood. All quarts and gallons are 11% off right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Goban Cars Grand Opening Sale, beautiful Middleton. 2017 Nissan Sentras, Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
That's right. Buy 2017 Nissan Sentras and Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
Goban Cars is selling 2018 Kia Fortes for only $89.95 or $149 per month.
Hurry in today and just ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Gobin.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by attorney Andrew Van Arsdale. Attention Boy Scouts of America's sexual abuse survivors. The BSA has declared bankruptcy, which will ensure financial compensation for abuse survivors. But you must file your claim on or before November 16, 2020, or you may lose your rights to hold the Boy Scouts accountable forever. Thousands of men have joined Abused in Scouting in the past 18 months to stand up together and have their voices heard. The Boy Scouts of America have already taken your innocence from you. Do not let them take your opportunity for justice from you too. If you were abused as a member of the Boy Scouts, your time to act is almost gone. Stand with us, let your story be heard, and contact Abused in Scouting today for a free confidential consultation. Call us right now.
Call 800-410-5182. That's 800-410-5182.
UW-Madison might have a way to get teachers to stay in Wisconsin. Now, it'll cost nearly $20 million, but the school thinks the reward will be far more than that. Jamie Perez tells us how this program, which is paid through private donations, offers students financial support and gives them incentives to stick around. Jamie?
All right, well, teachers already don't make a lot of money. It's one of the main reasons why so many of them leave just after a couple of years. But just imagine a program that would pay for your tuition fees, your teacher certification. That is exactly what the Teachers Pledge program will do. And a lot of students are saying that it's giving them a very hopeful future.
I think this is a great state to teach in.
Kara Gurkowski would know. She grew up and learned from teachers in Wisconsin, and now she's studying to be one herself.
If we're able to kind of get ourselves on track before we even start, I think it'll help immensely with teacher retention rates.
Gurkowski and more than 1,000 others could soon get that boost.
It's always been challenging to be a teacher, but it's even more challenging now.
Former high school teacher Diana Hess is now the dean at the UW-Madison School of Education. She's announcing a program for students who want to become teachers, offering financial help while possibly fixing the teacher shortage.
You know, as we know now, there are literally thousands of teachers across Wisconsin who are assigned to teach students who they haven't been prepared to teach because the shortage is so severe.
Students in Teacher Pledge will receive full tuition if they stay and teach in Wisconsin for at least 3 to 4 years.
And what we know from research is that if people teach for 2, 3, 4 years, they're much more likely to stay in teaching over the long haul.
The program kicks off this fall. While the university doesn't know if it'll work, Gurkowski is hopeful and looking forward to starting a career in the state that inspired her.
I can take a breath, I can focus on my studies, I can focus on my kids, and I don't know, I just think it's great and if I had this last year too, that would have been just life-changing.
Goal is to get about 1,500 students through this program within the next 5 years. They're also going to be doing research on the program throughout that entire time to see how well this program works.
And Jamie Perez live on campus tonight. Jamie, thank you.
As many families prepare to go back to school from their computer, nutritionists are sharing the importance of developing healthy eating habits while children are at home. UW Health pediatric nutritionist Camilla Martin says poor childhood food habits are associated with decreased academic performance and poor health outcomes later in life. Her advice, develop a routine with scheduled lunch and snack breaks if possible, and start the day with a healthy breakfast.
Something with maybe a whole grain, a little bit of protein like an egg or some yogurt, cereal or toast. There's actually been numerous studies that have linked a good solid breakfast intake and how that has an increase in cognitive performance, decrease in risk of learning abilities, and just better ability to pay attention.
For parents who are trying to juggle working from home with feeding their children throughout the day, she recommends preparing snacks like fruits, veggies, and proteins the night before so kids can easily grab those from the refrigerator themselves.
Well, the weather now. Dana Fulton looking back on a kind of a historic day in these parts. Many of us recall the Stoughton tornado. That was 15 years ago today, Dana.
15 years ago today, so August 18th in 2005. This is a video. Our producer digging through some archives to find the video of the Stoughton tornado passing through. Of course, a lot of us right now thinking about all the wind damage in Iowa. This was the record tornado outbreak for us in Wisconsin. An EF3 tornado passing through the Stoughton area on the ground for almost 23 minutes. Sustained wind speeds anywhere from 136 to 165, 165 mile per hour winds ripping through. The path itself 20 miles long and at times over a half-mile wide. Unfortunately, there was one fatality and over 20 people were injured from this tornado. And again, it was part of a very large, widespread event. Low pressure passing right over southern Wisconsin, bringing 27 tornadoes to our state, a record-breaking event. Usually in Wisconsin, we see a lot of EF0s and EF1s, which still cause damage to trees and barns, but the damage sustained from an EF3 or higher, much larger, much more widespread. It's very common for us throughout the year to pick up several tornadoes. June, our peak month. Things start to calm down later in the summer. We don't have as much cool and warm air mixing. Not quite as humid outside by September, but in August we do average 3 tornadoes. And again, about 80% of ours do come in at an EF0 or EF1. The Stoughton tornado at an EF3 and the Barneveld tornado at an EF5 or only EF5 in Wisconsin. So today, a record event 15 years ago with the tornadoes that came through. Nothing like that in our forecast right now. Thankfully, we're going to continue to keep things calm and sunny. Temperatures in a really great spot also. Mostly clear overnight. We'll be falling into the 50s for overnight lows. For Wednesday afternoon, high temperatures will be close to 80 degrees again. And then heading into Thursday, we'll start the day off near 60. Afternoon highs back in the low 80s. So a nice little warm summery trend over the next several days. Our rain chance for this weekend, we backed off just a little bit. It seems likely those shower chances for Saturday, a lot of the heavier rain is going to stay to the north. So we're down to a slight chance for some showers for Saturday afternoon and evening. Could see a few rain showers passing through, but the ground probably going to stay dry for much of the area. Temperature trend, very likely areas to the south will be trending above average. Not seeing a big swing up or down for us, so we'll stay close to average for much of the 10-day. 80 the high for tomorrow, partly sunny and warm. We're in the low 80s for Thursday and Friday, and again, that slight chance for showers on Saturday. Sunday, mostly sunny near 80, and it's likely we'll stay close to 80 degrees for the start of next week. A better chance for showers and thunderstorms will develop as we head towards the end of the week and into next weekend.
And coming up in sports, Fear the Deer? Not so much in Game 1 of the first-round matchup with the Magic. What went wrong and what the squad says they need to do to fix it. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I kept my receipt from last time I came to Rogan's to save even more on back to school for my kids. The shoes I'm getting today are half price. I get the best savings for my family at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Great decision on your new windows. Buy one, get one won't last long.
Have you always been so passionate about windows?
Felco's buy one, get one free windows is totally rad. Felco's energy efficient windows are a must in every home. So hurry, call now.
You could say that.
Buy one window, get one free, and get no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Who wore it better, Hillary or Trump? In the end, socialized medicine always looks the same. Hillary Clinton once pushed foreign price controls in the U.S., and now President Trump is too. His recent executive order allows foreign countries with socialized medicine to dictate policies for Americans, impacting our seniors who are still vulnerable to COVID-19. Let's make sure Trump doesn't change policies and make Hillary's dream a reality. Paid for by Americans for Limited Government.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
It's time for back to school, so get to Rogan's today for styles your kids will love. Plus, save the receipt and the next pair is half price. Back to school savings gets an A+ at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
For students heading back to in-person classes this year, how will mealtimes be different? One local district has been testing out a safer meal plan this summer. Will it work in the fall?
We are adhering to all of those guidelines in the best way that we most possibly can.
On the next News 3 Now this morning.
Inside the bubble, the Bucks have been a totally different team. In the 8 games leading up to the playoffs, Milwaukee is just 3-5. Remember, we're talking about this team who was the first to clinch a spot in the postseason. But can they flip the switch against the Magic and get everything right? Well, Orlando had different plans in Game 1. Bucks trailed by 10 at the break. Giannis trying to bring them back, spinning and winning for 2 of his 31 points. That cuts the lead down to 3. But the Magic answered every one with a run of their own. And Brook Lopez sums up the game with that look. Bucks fall 122-110. George Hill was the second leading scorer for Milwaukee with 16, who are down 1-0 to the 8th seed. And not good for the Deer.
We're all competitive, so it's not a good feeling. You know, we got to figure it out. That's what good teams do. We got to find out a way to continue to be the team that we were before this whole, pandemic goes. So we got to do a little soul searching, but I think we'll be fine.
For the first time since January 19th, the Packers put the pads on. Remember, it's only the 3rd day of training camp, but with no preseason games this year, teams are kind of against the clock to get ready for the season. So Matt LaFleur said, put them on. The Pack did. And for Aaron Jones, the first pad day of the season is one of the best.
It's like another day at the office. That's the fun part of football. When you put on the pads, you can kind of see how the run game's coming together versus having no pads. So I don't mind the pads at all.
Former Badger women's soccer star Rose Lavelle is heading across the pond to play in the Women's Super League in September. Lavelle officially signed on with Manchester City, one of the best teams in the league. And forward Madison's Don Smart has been named the USL League One Player of the Week for his performance last Saturday. Smart netted a goal and tallied 2 assists to help the Flamingos win their first match of the season. And Charlotte, do you remember me saying that I have a good feeling that they were going to win before that game?
I do recall that.
Well, they play tomorrow, and maybe there's that good feeling that they're going to get two wins.
All right, you heard it here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go to Dana. Final check.
Overall, temperatures will stay close to 80 through the rest of the weekend into the weekend. So not a big jump or drop for their afternoon highs for much of the 10-day forecast. Our rain chance on Saturday, we backed off just a little bit. A slight chance for showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. But the rest of the time, we're going to enjoy a lot of sunshine.
All right, Dana, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.